Welcome to Pulse episode 50. Yes, 50 episodes already, and I seem to have to do a lot more of them nowadays. There's just a ton of news out there. I don't have anything special for you guys in this episode, sorry. All I have is a lot of Starcraft news. I do have something planned for when I eventually hit 1,000 subscribers though, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll get it ready in time. Otherwise, today we're looking at the death of Starcraft Ghost, Starcraft 2 patch 1.2.1, 2010's top earners in Starcraft 2, Assembly Winter and the results from the event, some feedback from Idra's coaching clients, the best Protoss in the world, and quite a few other interesting stories. Let's get to it. Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty patch 1.2.1 is now live. If you're on the Southeast Asian or US servers, you're probably playing this version already. There wasn't really anything major in this patch, and the saddest part is that the new ladder maps aren't live yet. A few matchmaking optimizations were made, that silly bug that caused the Zerg creep to kill the foliage in certain maps has been fixed, and a couple of other slightly random changes and fixes were made too. But as I always say, a patch is a patch, and I'm happy for it. So if you're interested in all those fixes and changes, be sure to check the full patch notes out below and enjoy Starcraft 2 minus a few bugs. Ever wondered what happened to that game that Blizzard started working on and then just dropped out of nowhere? Yes, I'm talking about Starcraft Ghost. During the Design, Innovate, Create, Explore Summit last week, Mike Morhaime of Blizzard Entertainment had the following to say. "We have to choose, we can't do everything. Our vision for what's possible directs that. We like complex games and we like casual games. They were working on Starcraft Ghost at the same time we were working on World of Warcraft and Starcraft 2. World of Warcraft exploded and we needed to make some resource decisions. It wasn't an environment in which a project like Starcraft Ghost could succeed. I suppose there may well be more to the story, but no more needs to be said here. I think it's for the better, and the games that they were working on at the time didn't turn out so bad, now did they? If you want to read more about the almost Starcraft Ghost, check the story link below. The Starcraft 2 custom map, or mod, which was previously known as World of Starcraft, is now branded Starcraft Universe. After having been flown out to the Blizzard headquarters to meet up with the developers of Starcraft 2, the mod's creator, Ryan Windsor, is now ready to get started on the crazy task of turning a real-time strategy game into a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. We were treated with a mention of some of the features being promised for Starcraft Universe. It is apparently set to include the ability to save characters, customize gear forged from loot. It will have distinct player classes, and up to 12 players will be able to join the same game. That sounds pretty impressive for something made in the Starcraft 2 Galaxy editor, so if you want to wish the creator luck or merely read more about this massive undertaking, check the links below. During Activision Blizzard's financial conference call last week, Blizzard CEO Mike Morhaime stated that sales of its sci-fi RTS game Starcraft 2 are approaching 4.5 million units sold since its release back in July. While those numbers are pretty huge for a PC exclusive game, it's actually less than some people thought it would sell. A few months ago, Django Partners analyst Mike Hickey predicted that the game would sell as much as 7 million copies by the end of Activision Blizzard's current fiscal year, which ends on March 31. Big Download reports that part of the issue was that the game has yet to launch officially in China. During the call, Morhaime stated that Blizzard was in fact working with its partner NetEase to launch Starcraft 2 in the country, but so far there's no word on a China release date just yet. Other small snippets that were mentioned were that the players have uploaded over 150,000 user-made maps to Battle.net, and that work continues on the next game, Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. But that was about all that we got. If you want to read all about Starcraft 2's mention during the Activision Blizzard financial conference call, check the link out below. The Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences, or AIAS, revealed the 2011 Interactive Achievement Awards winners. Our favorite, Blizzard Entertainment, was nominated in several categories and managed to win 2 of them. World of Warcraft Cataclysm wasn't lucky this year, but it was nominated in 2 categories, and that's not bad at all. Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty, on the other hand, won the Outstanding Achievement in Online Gameplay Award, taking down Call of Duty Black Ops, Halo Reach, and even Battlefield Bad Company 2 to do so. Starcraft 2 also won the Strategy Simulation Game of the Year award, Best in Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising, and Sid Meier's Civilization 5, amongst others, to take it. That is pretty impressive if you ask me, and well, after playing Starcraft 2 as much as I have, I can't disagree with any of those one bit. If you want to read more about the AIAS and all the awards that were given out, check the links below. Another week has passed and the top 200 lists have been updated yet again. Below you can find the European, North American, Southeast Asian and Korean lists, and as Blizzard says, congratulations to these players, your skill is an inspiration to the entire Starcraft 2 community. The guys over at Team Liquid have announced the next set of invites for their TSL 3. After last week's announcement of the first set of TSL 3 Protoss invites from Asia, just yesterday 5 Zerg players were added to the already impressive list. Only 5 Terran players have yet to be invited and will be announced in 1 week's time. The players invited were the following: Greg Idra Fields, One Key Fruit Dealer Kim, J Duck Nesti Lim, Haider Hepro Hussein, and lastly Jos Ret de Kroon. Team Liquid even have a write-up about every one of those players, but I think you all know them pretty well already. So the Zerg players that were invited to the TSL season are truly phenomenal players. I wonder how the Terran will match up. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If you want to read the full announcement and all the information that was given about the players, check the post link below. As an extra, Team Liquid just remind us to enter their raffle by completing the quiz over at pokerstrategy.com. You never know, you might be the lucky person getting an all expenses paid trip to Korea. It could definitely be worth it. Check that out below too. In a few small GSL related pieces of news, well, at least semi-related, you guys can read about how Nesti is currently the highest earner in StarCraft 2. The guys over at GomTV have put together a list of the total prize money won by all the big name StarCraft 2 pros in 2010 and 2011. They set them all up nicely in a ranked list, and as I said, Nesti came out on top with just over $100,000. After that we see Fruit Dealer, MC, and then Marine King. What is interesting to note is that this list has all the win-ins from all the tournaments, not just the GSL. The foreigner that earned the most is Liquid Jinro at 9th place, and at 10th place we have Nama, the first one that didn't make most of the win-ins from the GSL. So yes, the top 10 is heavily saturated with GSL participants, and I guess this clearly shows that the Sony Ericsson Global StarCraft 2 League is the place to be for the big money. Read more and see the fully detailed list below. For those unable to contain their thirst for more GSL action, I will remind you that you can still check the next season of the GSL's Code S and Code A groups out below. Below you can also find a couple of interesting articles relating to the GSL, GomTV, and all the happenings there. Did you know that the GomTV Foreigner House doesn't have any PCs set up for the players staying there yet? Do you want to read all about the 4 winners of the past GSL seasons? All about them? Do you want a quick recap of the Global StarCraft Team League Grand Finals and all the amazing games that took place in them? Do you want to read an incredibly long and pretty in-depth interview that GomTV had with Todd? All of this and more can be found in the links below. What are you waiting for? Lastly, for those that don't care much for the rest and just want the dates, the next GSL Code S matches are set to start on Monday, February the 21st. Stay tuned for those. The Assembly Winter LAN has finally been completed, and as you all probably know by now, they hosted their very first StarCraft 2 tournament at this past weekend's event. Some really big names took part in the tournament, players such as TLO, Huck, Rhett, Tyler, Adelscott, Morrow, Sho, Sock, and many others. Yes, Liquid definitely representing. Liquid also shone when their Zerg player Rhett faced off against fellow Zerg player Morrow in the finals, besting him with a pretty impressive score of 3-1. Rhett was clearly quite happy with his first big win and the 3,000 euros it earned him. You can even see a video interview below with the proud Liquid Zerg. The top 4 at the event were Rhett, Morrow, Adelscott, and lastly, but no means least, Sock. Below you can find the full results of the event, photos, video interviews with most of the players, and much more. This is all courtesy of SK Gaming and Team Liquid. I have to add that the interviews are really great stuff. Some of the players had quite a bit of interesting stuff to say. Huck claiming to be the best player there, regardless of not even making top 4. Rhett saying that Morrow played self-destructively, and many other interesting chirps. So if you want to read all about the results, what the players thought about the tournament, and the other players at Assembly, you know where to look. Next, let's check the tournament and event smalls out. Below you can find a recap of the 6th TSL qualifier, which Root QXC won, and the VODs of the same event. Don't forget about the Sennheiser Cup that's happening every Saturday. There's €100 up for grabs there. And lastly, the full details of MLG Dallas 2011 have been released, and you can find that over at Team Liquid as well. Ever wondered what it was like to receive lessons from a Starcraft 2 pro? Someone as notorious and known for slightly less than desirable manners as Indra Paps. Well, the guys over at Gosu Gamers polled a few of the Kraken's latest clients to hear what they had to say about the Starcraft 2 bad boy and his attitude in the classroom. Funny enough, the replies aren't exactly what you'd expect. The users generally agree that Indra is calm, patient, polite, a good teacher, and quite assertive. One of the clients even said that it was not what he expected either. Indra was not a total douche. So there you have it. If you were thinking of getting some coaching from a big name in the Starcraft 2 world, I guess Indra doesn't sound like a bad choice at all. Head on over to Gosu Gamers or just check the links below for the full list of replies from those clients. They are quite entertaining and definitely worth a read. Enjoy. Yet another amazing episode of GG Vision has hit YouTube, and this time Sebastian brings us, with a little help from his friends, some pretty in-depth map analysis. In this episode, Vecwith, I hope I'm saying that right, an admin from over at SC Reddit and Master League player on the public test realm, shares his expert insights on the new 1v1 maps. In this interview, he goes over some of the great new battlefields made by Blizzard themselves and compares them with the ones that GomTV and the GSL have. So if you're a 1v1 player and want to know what to expect from your map pool in the coming weeks, you'd better check this one out. He came, he saw, he didn't quite conquer his opponents yet. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? The first and second episodes of Rotterdam University are out, and it seems like our hosts are eager to continue the learning process. This show is, as I probably mentioned before, focused on improving lower level players and entertaining high level pros. If you're interested in watching Carmack take his game to the next level, make it from bronze to masters, don't miss the next few episodes. They will tell us if this mammoth task will at all be possible. There are, as usual, quite a few cool and crazy pieces of fan art out there that absolutely need to be seen. Zergling rushes, animated gifs, broodlords and broodlings playing poker. Yes, you heard that right, and you can see it on your screens right now. And lastly, in our fan art section, we have a little Valentine themed image titled Probes and Pylons that is also well made, and hey, it's just incredibly cute. Check all of that out below and enjoy. There's an interesting and, to some, I guess quite infuriating post up on the Team Liquid forums. This post is titled, "Is the Blizzard ladder hurting SC2?" and it covers, in a pretty poetic way, all the different problems and issues that the author of this post and his friends have with the new BattleNet, Starcraft 2's map pool, and various other things. Is BattleNet 2.0 really that bad? I have to say that I've been having a pretty good time playing on it, but the poster does bring quite a few interesting points up and makes a few predictions that are quite interesting indeed. I won't spoil it for any of you looking for a good read by telling you any of it here, but if you're interested at all, you should probably check it out below. Athene, the most epic of trolls, the best paladin in the world, and now the self-proclaimed best Protoss in the world, is back, and this time he's invading the world of Starcraft 2 in a big way. So if you want to hear all about why Athene is the best, we're noobs, and how he will carry on dominating and apparently already has dominated the best players in the world, watch the video link below. He had a crazy good record on a BattleNet account, but there were rumors floating around that Kiwi Kaki was doing all the heavy lifting for the notorious internet personality. So check that out, and as an extra, you can also check out a series of games that Husky cast of Athene, or perhaps Kiwi Kaki in action. Enjoy. Well known as one of the world's most successful pro gamers, Lim Yo-wan was endowed with the nickname The Emperor, as he swept the world with his success on the Starcraft pro gaming circuit. Sharp, decisive, and possessing an acute knowledge of the game, the Emperor is back in ruthless form to spearhead a championship challenge on all fronts with Team Razor. Yes indeed, Slayer's Boxer had the following to say on his move. "I've always been a fan of Razor's mice. I've always played with a great level of comfort and precision when using the Razor Death Adder. Ever since then, I've been using that for training, practice games, and tournaments. I made the strategic choice in joining Team Razor in order to maximize my style and always be in top shape in every game. This won't affect his pro gaming team, Slayers, in any way though. Well, besides the fact that more of them might start using Razor products now. I have no doubt that with his reputation, entertaining style of play, apparent renewed vigor for success and legions of fans behind him, Lim Hyo-wan's move to Starcraft 2 and Team Razor will add excitement and a fierce competitiveness to the game. If you're keen to read more about this big name and his big move, check the links below. In some South African Starcraft 2 news, the Do Gaming Starcraft 2 Championship has been concluded and, in what seems to be the norm nowadays, Chase has won it. He took down fellow Protoss player Panda Tank in the final with a clean 3-0. The top 4 of the championship were the following: Chase, Panda Tank, Stripe and Hank, all of them Protoss players. The VODs of the finals can be found in my channel right now, so check those out, enjoy, and if you ever run into Chase on the European Battle.net server, send him a quick grats for winning that crazy 6,000 Rand first place prize. Big thanks to the guys over at Do Gaming for hosting the amazing championship. We're all looking forward to more, and you can read more about all of that below. Let's head on over to the community smalls. The next Academy post is up on the Starcraft 2 official site, and this one's titled Watch and Learn, and, well, focuses on watching Starcraft 2 games. There's an interview up with Sign over at Fragster, a select interview up over at Gosu Gamers. On Team Liquid there's a Morrow interview up, an OGS Nada interview over at This Is Game. There's a post up on Team Liquid called the Starcraft 2 Atlas by Siege Starcraft, and this just covers a bunch of useful rush timings and distances for ladder maps. There's a post up on Gosu Trollin titled The New GSL Maps Are a Godsend. There's a Starcraft 2 Valentine's song that you can check out below too. The next JP and Friends is out, and this one's with Gretorp. And lastly, the Mineski Development League 2011 has been started up in the Philippines. This is pretty much a training ground for Dota and Starcraft 2 players to improve their skills in terms of team play, strategy and leadership. It is once again, quite sadly I must add, time to end this episode. Thank you all so much for the comments, and thanks once again for being the most awesome subscribers ever. I will keep putting out content as often as humanly possible, so keep checking back here soon for more. As usual, thanks for watching the video, liking it, favoriting it, sharing it with your friends and subscribing. But most importantly, happy belated Valentine's Day.